Welcome back, guys. We got Stop, Talk, and Roll, episode 66, and what a treat we have today. The one and only Jeff Morris is back in action after a 6-month recovery, 5-month recovery off of a knee surgery. This is his first round, like full round, I think, that he did without any restrictions as far as like position training or, just kind of sitting on the side. So his goal is cardio right now, like getting his cardio back up. But he was excited. He was super happy for me to record one of his rounds. So it's not like I'm picking on him. He does a phenomenal job. It's not like I'm picking on him. Like, he's been out for 5 months. Like, let's get some rounds of him now before he has any cardio. But he looks phenomenal already. So I can only imagine what a couple more months of getting back in action is going to look like. And he's rolling with Dan here. So we got Jeff and Dan. It was a pretty fun round. Pretty fun. You could tell Jeff's excited to be back. The pace he was keeping was pretty cool. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it. And if you do, like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. I get these episodes out every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. And if you'd like me to look at one of your rounds, please reach out to me here on Instagram or on TikTok. The information is in the description below, and we'll figure something out. All right, let's jump into it. One of the things I noticed filming with Jeff, because is the amount of times I had to move was crazy. That was okay. Let me see. I'm going to let these play out a little longer because the nice thing, yeah, okay. So I've talked about this a few times, but kind of letting chains of moves plays out. Like, you're not just analyzing one move. It's kind of like static position image to static position, right? So like establishing these things. So the round starts. Jeff's coming in with this low base here. Dan's been playing butterfly guard a lot, but Jeff's standing here. So I don't like to just sit in front of a standing opponent like this, Dan, because of exactly what Jeff's doing right here. So if someone walks up to me in front of me, right, I'm immediately like, grab the back of the head, snap down, grab their foot, pull, grab with your hook of your feet, pull, push. You got to mess with their base. Don't let them be comfortable because they will pass, okay? Especially when they're in a standing position. I do like, so he pulls this up and immediately goes to throw this leg in and drive you this way to put you into a leg drag. You do a good job sitting to the right here. Okay, so from here, let's see. Yeah, I mean, that was probably a good call. If you have the flexibility for it, I would retract this leg and put your foot right here into his shoulder. And when he goes to turn the corner, you can just kind of kick him away from you and then reestablish guard. So instead of just having your leg draped over here, which, like, I'm assuming your back heeling right here, which is kind of preventing Jeff from going this way. It's doing nothing to stop him from going this way. Okay. So he comes through. He's got one hook in, or one arm inserted. So yeah, grabs the back of the collar. Jeff, I believe that's the knee, but just pointing this out for the no-gi guys, this is the exact position we've been working on in Turtle for the last month, which is, as Dan goes to pop up, Jeff's keeping a tremendous amount of weight on his hip. He has to extend this leg. And then as Dan pops up the turtle, this leg is inserting directly in and gets that hook in. This is a pain in the ass turtle to deal with. I'm very curious how Jeff does it. So I guess it's a little easier with some hand grips, but it's still a pain in the ass. Nice. So I love that, Dan, because this is not good for him to get good control of that. So, and you get your legs up and get a guard back here. So nice. Jeff solidifies into half guard. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, I like to do that. What exactly he was just going to go for, which is just some heavy pressure here. I think the video, what video was I watching? Was it Roberto? Yeah, the yesterday's video. We talked about how in half guard, we want to be facing our opponent. This is good for Dan. What on top we don't want them to be facing. So what Jeff initially went for right here was a crossface. He's going to go for something else in a second because he must see something here. But his initial reaction was to come here and kind of drive him forward. But let's see. Ah, 3D chess right there. So Jeff pulled out the lapel to start entering some jokes and now has the crossface and with a lot more pressure. So Jeff taking his time. Yeah. And now look, where do we end up? Knees are facing away while we're in half guard. Exactly what we want on top and what we don't want on bottom. So Dan, you kind of have to capitalize on this time here. These are the moments where you have to recognize like, okay, this is a good opportunity and it's not going to last forever, especially when you're rolling with an upper belt. Like they're not going to let you stay here. They're not going to let you keep this advantage. Because right now I would minus this grip. So like say that grip's not there. Let's back it up like a little bit more. I would say advantage you right now. Okay. Jeff has no control of your head yet. He will, but not yet. You're facing him. You have the opportunity to do sweeps. You have the opportunity to throw some submissions. He doesn't want you here. It's not good for him. But now we're here. The situation has changed. So he can drive you forward and he can keep you there. He straightens his arm. It's like a brick wall. You cannot turn back into it. And if you do, you're going to get your back taken. Jeff does all these gi chokes that I don't do. That's why we make a good team. Because I don't know. No. I don't think he has a choke in right now. I think he's using it for control. Jeff, what I like to do here is to heel toe my foot to their butt. And then you could just gently pop the knee off and your knee will come right out. And then you have pretty much full mobility. But you're going for a choke, so I should just shut up. And with the knees facing towards you. So all the things I was just saying. I mean, it's different. It's different when once this happens, once this lapel gets pulled across like this, the situation has changed because at any point he can extend and he'll drive you away. So the fact that you're facing him here is kind of allowing you to do so. So, oh, it looks like you were heel toeing. You were heel toeing. You went to go push and he wasn't letting you. So you come back around. Smart. Grab that same grip. Very nice. Yeah, that was off the lapel. I don't know the names of these chokes. I'll ask Jeff. And I can get the names for the future. Okay. So again, Jeff comes in low. Yeah, Stan. I want that. Don't make him feel safe. And don't let him stand flat-footed like this. You got to punish him for that. Easier said than done. So he's pulling back right now. You got to, yeah, good. Nice, nice. When you do this sweep, Dan, right here, throw his hands this way. So you have double sleeves. When you kick him airborne, throw his hands forward. And now let's just imagine what would happen. Let's imagine his hands are back here now. Okay, because you throw them forward. What's he going to have to do? He's posting with his arms, but remember, his hands are back here. Right? So if both of his hands are back here, at the very least this one, he has to forward roll, and you back roll and come up on top. So just throw his hands forward when you do that. Nice. To make that a little easier, Dan, what you could consider doing is retract this knee up and place this hook right in here. It's kind of like a K-guard / Ashi X hook. And it'll give you more control over this leg, kind of kicking him down. Because at the end of the day, if you notice, you pushing this leg has nothing to do with why he falls. And the reason I can say that is Jeff strips this, right? There's no contact, but he still falls. So what that leads me to conclude is putting more pressure on this leg, you're going to have more success taking him over. Okay? Very nice. So what Jeff did there, let's see. He falls. And we're in like a far side half guard kind of situation here. And he drives you through. Nice. So he taps, he back heels right here, catches that foot, and turns you right over it. And then you're very smart to turn the whole way and get into a guard because you were going down for sure. Kimura, yeah, I like that. I like that. Reverse triangle. Reverse triangle. Okay. Couple things. Reverse triangles. I love them. So Jeff's been quite a few of these from me, and I don't think I've ever caught him. Also, you don't have his arm. I never go for reverse triangles on guys that have a haircut that is bald. I'm not gonna say that they're bald, but they have a haircut that has no hair. I think I've hit it like twice ever on someone who's bald. There's no friction and they just pop their head out. Super annoying. I'll hit other things off of it, but I usually don't bother with the reverse triangle. I might use it. I'll use it to escape. So like right now he's pushing you off and he's driving his head back. So you could preemptively open this and hip escape really hard this direction and get your guard back. I'm not talking. I just realized. Maybe I should get some like music in the background. Then I get copyright infringement or something. I don't need that. All right. So he gets a seatbelt, but your arm's in the middle. Yeah, good. Keep going to that side, Dan. Yeah, you got to watch for the arm triangle, though. Jeff, what you... I was going to say, Jeff, what I like to do here is I'll come under the head and slap in a Kimura or a Kimura grip or like a figure four lock. They're not going anywhere. This choke again. Is this from half guard again? Okay, so this is a thing. So, ooh, different version or no? Tap. That was a different version of it. All right, so that's a thing that Jeff does. So this is kind of cool. I get to watch Jeff's game. So Jeff gets you to turn into him from half guard, which is something you want to do, but then he capitalizes on it. This is good jiu-jitsu, guys. I love this. This is where you expect someone to do something and you capitalize on it. I'm filming this on Sunday, and the day prior I taught the beginner's gi class, and I taught a series of movements that I like to do that capitalizes on what the opponent should be doing, right? Like if they don't do what they're supposed to do, they're like, I'm assuming good jiu-jitsu. If they don't have good jiu-jitsu, then you just capitalize in different ways along the way. But assuming good jiu-jitsu, like we expect that they're gonna turn a certain way, and you're gonna hip escape a certain way, and they're going to push a certain way, and all of this we just move around them and get into an armbar finish. This is kind of the same thing, which is like Jeff's expecting you to turn into him, which is what you should be doing, yet he has this trap in place. Pretty cool. And he's not even worried. Look, he can, that's so cool. He could literally escape this leg, but I guess it has nothing to do with the finish. Look, his leg's out right now. He's out. But you put him back, Dan, you put him back in half guard. He doesn't even care. He does nothing to stop that because he has this choke in place. Is that like a darce? I think it's like a darce. A lapel darce. Yeah, it's across the arm. Let me just double check. I want to see this. Okay, so he pulls the lapel. So this is a different variation. Last time he had like a collar kind of choke, and then yep, comes through. So it's a darce. That's a darce. So he passes it off, comes over the top, and then just pressure. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I know Jeff's taught that before. I just started getting into darce recently. Very, very recently. Okay, I can see Jeff play some guard. Guys, one of the things I like to do when someone pulls guard on me, I like to just go forward and make them play guard with me completely over them. It makes it a little harder. Okay, close guard. Good. Yeah, don't let him have those grips. That was beautiful. So he goes for the big man sweep, and it's not really there. Like I don't think you were too worried about that, but what that lets him do, so he goes for the big man sweep, he passes the lapel off, and then he's able to get around the back with it. So it's a distraction. It's a big distraction. You're fighting with your hands. He does this big sweeping movement, so you have to base out with both your hands. You're worried about a triangle. You get your arms back, and now there's no hands in play. So that's a smart move. So this kind of goes back. Let's see, where are we? 440, 58. Okay, so if we go back to that, where's that sweep in the beginning that you hit? Or you almost hit? Dan. Was it here? Yeah. So same thing. You hit this movement that makes him post. Right? So Jeff walks in. And he has to post here. So he's no longer fighting with his hands. This is the same idea here, where he's creating a situation where you're no longer fighting with your hands, and he's able to get around it. You're forcing them to do something, right? They have to post. Otherwise, they're going to get swept. You have to post there. You have to post there, because otherwise he'll sweep you. That sweep shouldn't work. He's not doing anything that should, for that sweep to work. Like, you're not based back. You're not, he doesn't have control of your hand. So he shouldn't be able to sweep you over. But there's enough movement that you do have to respect it. If you do nothing, you do get swept. So you put your hands out. Now your hands are no longer defending. Jeff takes priority and comes over the top. And it looks like he's going to get yet again. Is that the round end? That was the round end. Okay. Pretty cool. Dan, great job. Jeff, good to finally have you on the channel. Again, I got some more rounds of him coming. But just to reiterate, Jeff's the owner of this gym that we all train at. He's the main instructor. Teaches right now. He teaches Mondays, but that might change soon. I think we have another black belt coming in. We've had Brian. I think Chris is coming in, but he teaches the Wednesday class, the Saturday classes, and then the majority of the kids classes as well. So always good to have Jeff on the mats, and glad to have him back after that knee surgery. He's looking really good. You're looking really good, dude. Like, I can't tell. The only inkling that I gathered was this sweep, which let me think that you kind of let that happen because he's internally rotating your knee, which probably doesn't feel that great. But aside from that, it looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. All right. Thank you guys. Have a lovely day.